Bagfuel, baby.
Nah, but hey, like right now, the way you rebranding yourself and
Right.
introducing yourself to the people, like, where do you feel the angle of the money's gonna come in? Because
I'm trying to get it from all angles. Right now, I just got to reacclimate myself in the game again. You know, I got a resurgent from seeing artists from my era put music out. So I'm like,
such as who?
We know Nas is putting
Nas,
music.
he motivates me all the time. But
Really?
you got Buster, you got you know, a lot of cats actually.
That man still put music out.
Man, we could name a slew of them. A lot of them put music out, and it's like, you know, the way the era's been changed. You know, because our era, it wasn't the digital era. We was out, we had to make our moves, make our presence felt. You know, so now I just feel like, you know, let me get back in the game, and I mean, all the doors is open when you're back in the game. Every door.
Why haven't we seen this? And hopefully we could get this.
Right.
Why is Nas and AZ never did an album together?
Nas and AZ did so much music, man. Right? You gotta understand, we've been doing it since '94, right? We've been doing it. I'm on his first album, he on my first album. I'm on his second album. We did the Firm album. He's on my second album. Like, we did so much music. So look how long we've been in the game. So now it's like, yo, he got other things he need to accomplish as well as myself. You know what I mean? He his own man. So that's where we at. Like, he had to do what he got other animals and things that he's dealing with, and then he has dreams and aspirations that he on his own. So he gonna attack it. I gotta do the same, and that's where he was. Like, I was trying to figure out all my shit. The business was like, mind you, I was on EMI, then they folded. I went to Virgin, then that was up in the air. Then I went to, I don't know if you remember Yam Yum. That was part of Electric. I was there for a minute, and then I went to Motown, and from Motown, you know, the independent thing, everybody independent. I went to Koch for half a second, which turned to E1. Then, you know, I did my own thing, right? So all of that, I'm trying to figure out my shit, right? So, you know the worlds he went through, because his shit was broadcasting, so he got to attack them. I'm attacking this, so it wasn't no really room for that. You know what I mean? If it do happen, it's cool, but we put so much work in, we got a catalog within itself.
But one of the demands I'm seeing from the people is they want to see at least 3 to 5 songs with you, Nas, and Mega.
Yeah,
That's it.
Mega,
just y'all
dumb,
three
Mega
going dumb, crazy, no
yeah.
hooks. Y'all just spitting that. Like, is that feasible? Is that possible? Just 3 songs.
So wait, you think people really want to hear that? Wait, let's talk. 94, 2004.
Yes.
A whole new wave of artists came, a whole new wave of artists behind us that's resurfacing as well. We still kicking
Yes.
out little, you think who want to hear that?
I'm going to answer your question. You just said you was inspired. Nas was one of the people to inspire to put out a fresh new batch of music.
Right.
Not to say there weren't other reasons for you to put out your
sure
music.
did.
We understand that.
Right.
I be around dudes, different age ranges. I'm hearing how they cheer for Mega, getting hype. We went to Mega's show. I hear when people demand for AZ, we want that. I'm seeing Nas moving units. Now the 3 spitters that they haven't really gotten new material from in 20 years. Yeah, there's a demand. I know hip hop is in a different space with lyricism not being so in the forefront. It's all about beats. But y'all 3 dudes, it don't even got to be a big project. Just 3 songs. Here y'all go, feed the streets, work out the paperwork. Boom. What you think, S?
What what my idea is, I thought about that because I think about I thought about the back and forth with him and Nas, because it puts me to mind of Jada and Styles P.
Yeah.
That we would be able to get the yin and the yang. When you incorporate Cormega, I'm thinking more like on a show level. Like, that's dope to have certain niggas come out and be a part of a tour. That's make it vintage. So if you on a tour,
or they're cleaning.
and Cormega does the records that he had that people love. Then he has the ones with the Firm that they have incorporated. That to me, that's a dope vintage platform. And then if Foxy's performing, Foxy come out, then to me, I would definitely go see that, because how I know that Ace thinks a lot like me. Things for him have to be A1. Right? So when he says, who's gonna listen to this, where's it gonna go from there? Yeah, we can feed some fans that might wanna hear it, but where's it gonna go from there? Is that the best route for AZ, Nas, and Cormega to take, or would it be over here.
So it's bigger than just fanfare.
It's bigger than it's music. So at this point in business, and people that's 40 years old and in this game, the business has to make sense
All
too.
day. Yeah.
So for Nas, it's gonna be harder for Nas because Nas has stability with labels. All AZ told you was he went from this label to that label. You gotta get to know new people. They're not gonna push your record. They might not understand They might realize like this is a good investment. Let's bring him over here or something like that.
So what would it take, from your standpoint, aside from everything Esso just laid out?
What would it take for what?
Just whether it be a Nas record, a Cormega record, because he rolled out everything that's needed.
Well, let me say this first. I got to reacclimate myself again, right? Because it's self-preservation first, right? My catalog is everything in this game now in this digital world. I got to get my catalog to a point before I start thinking about anything else, right? It's like you got to take care of yourself before you take care of everybody else. Priorities. So basically, it's just really. Getting your brand, once your brand is where it's at, it's a no-brainer. Because to be like, yo, what would it take? It'll be a no-brainer if everybody's brand is right here, right? So, homie brand is there already, right? I'm kicking that motherfucker door down. My brand gotta be there. Like, it's just mandatory, it's in my DNA. And I know Mega doing what he do. If it happened, it happened. But if it don't, you gotta understand the history that was already
It's already
made.
established.
It was already established. So, if it do happen, that's a cherry on top. If it don't, we did our 1-2. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
this is more for fan shit, but like what we
the fans buying shit. Fuck, y'all gonna buy it. What's up, man?
Thank you. It ain't just me.
Let's get a petition going. Then we get it popping. Other than that,
in fairness, I understand it because after what we went through with my expert opinion, and people was like, "Are y'all gonna go back?" Going through it in real time, I can understand why it's like, nah, this was this. We did what we did. So I understand both angles.
Yeah, we didn't do as much as they did. You know what I'm saying? They did years.
We made an impact.
Towards, we did make an impact, but I'm saying you was on there for a year, I was there for 9 months. These motherfuckers got, it took back then, it's taking 2 years to make an album. You know what I'm saying? So they have time in. They doing other things. They done did shows together. They done been around the block. So imagine how we already feel when we're saying, yo, let's just move forward. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
I can look at it from that perspective too when you say that.
It doesn't pay. Why? I want to be delicate. I know you don't like to talk about yourself. What is it about you that you feel like you're still fresh in people's minds?
Yeah.
The love is still the same. You come and go as you please with your music. I know you still go across season tour. What do you think is about yourself that you got the ability to stay on people's minds that way?
I think it wasn't by design, but I think I'm like the Loch Ness monster, right? You know what I mean? Like, wait, we ain't see it. Is that him? You know, I come and go. I stick and move. You know, I learned that just from growing up, just staying out the way. You know what I mean? I stay in my lane. And it just makes sense when somebody, they don't overexpose themselves. You know what I mean? So I like I said, it wasn't by design. It was by circumstances, but it played itself out. You know what I mean? So I guess they know when I get it in, I get it in. You know what I'm saying? It's like a player that's getting traded to different teams. They know the work they put in, but until they find that team to make sense for them to win that championship, they're gonna stay moving. But the fans or people that fuck with them always gonna follow them. Like, yo, now you get busy, gonna put up a certain amount of points. Like, I do my numbers, but I just ain't with the bullshit. It's just headache shit. I be seeing it. I be like, you know what I mean? Like, certain people we know better. You know what I mean? But